Meghan Markle's bestie drops his new book tomorrow. But to ensure that you guys don't buy Wah Part 2, let's go through what's actually in the book so you don't even have to read it. Welcome to Popcorn Palace. I'm Andy Signor, and a lot of stuff has already been revealed from this book, including William and Kate's reaction to South Park. Oh, we got to read that one. So let's go through the 13 biggest bombshells as reported here in Express from Omid Scobie's new book, Endgame, which the firm braces for publication tomorrow. Now, you know we're going to be covering, as well as Steph, the Alter Nerd, in full force, so you guys don't need to get this book. This book is just going to put more money in Meghan and Harry's pockets, as well as their bestie. Why encourage it? They haven't even come forward to renounce this book, which they should have. So let's go through what's in it to avoid you guys even needing to read it out of curiosity, okay? So here we go. Omid Scobie's new book, Endgame, drops tomorrow. But in it, we've learned a lot of things. The real reason Prince Harry quit the royal family, according to Omid, well, many criticized the move and branded the Duke as a threat to the crown. But Scooby, I'm going to call him Scooby. Scooby now claims he knows the real reason why. It has to do with his personal freedom. Scooby Doo writes, these are probably sad realizations that will be had far too late in the journey. In the eyes of some within the institution, Harry is a threat to the crown. His freedom to exert his own thinking outside of the confines of the institution has made him the enemy. So it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, it was a threat to the crown. You're going to learn something here. He hasn't told us much that's new. Huh, Scooby-Doo. Meghan Markle never wants to set foot in England again. Do you guys buy this? I don't believe this. Scobie alleges that the Duke of Sussex is ready to forget the ongoing feud with the royal family as he longs for reconciliation. So is he ready to forget, or he wants reconciliation? He can't even make up his own mind. Leaked extracts reveal that Harry allegedly said, to forget. Get an apology or explanation? At this point, who cares, right? Oh, come on, Harry. Clearly you care. And again, this book is written by their besties, so I don't believe for a second they didn't read and sign off on it. So all of this is sort of how they want to be perceived. They claim that both Harry and Meghan try to keep the monarch up to date with their family life by sending him photos. But according to Scooby, even though the prince wants to rekindle his relationship with his father, Meghan never wants to set foot in England again. So which is it again? You're seeing the pictures, you don't want to be there. And if this isn't true, why wouldn't you rebuke it? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. So therefore, I'm left to think this is what they want the royals to think is true. Prince Harry was kept in the dark about the Queen's declining health. And we went through that. He complained. There was a lot of, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you get me there sooner? Oh, blah, blah, blah. It's all about me. None of you are experiencing loss, just me. Why didn't you call me faster? I was in a plane. I couldn't get the email. Leaving any bad feelings aside, Charles told Harry to go to Scotland immediately. He was forced to beg the royals not to break the news of the Queen's death, which again, why is this your place? Don't do it. The book claims that Buckingham Palace had planned to release a statement earlier, but Harry begged them to hold off as stormy weather meant his plane had to circle the airport before it could land, and he wanted to be with them at the time. Palace, so did he talk to them or not talk to them? Did he know she was dead? This book is so confusing. When Harry's plane finally touched tarmac 20 minutes later, he received a text urging him to call ASAP, followed by a breaking news alert via the BBC News that the Queen had died. I mean, clearly, dude, you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. I don't understand why they're supposed to hold on to that. That's important news that affects everybody in the country. I know it's your grandmother, but dude, quit taking it so personally. And if you hadn't written the book and stressed them all out, you would have been there to have that moment. But you don't care about them, right? Oh, but he does. Which is it? My God. William's fury. Prince Harry has been estranged from his older brother for a while. And Sperry accused him of attacking him. Well, Prince of Wales never commented, but now Scooby-Doo says that the claim saying that the two royal brothers engaged in physical fights, stressing that absolutely nothing has changed between them. In the book, he states, I was talking to a source quite early on in the process, and they called Harry a defector. And so that was William's view. These were two men who once upon a time were firmly aligned in their outlook. One of them had to move on to also protect the crown. So what's that to do with the fights? We already knew about the fights. We already saw this. This book's useless. King Charles and Prince William have clashing approaches and opinions. Really? Of course, I'm sure they do. Nobody agrees on everything. Scooby-Doo alleges that Prince of Wales is getting increasingly frustrated with his father's squandering and sees him as a mere transitional monarch. Book reportedly reveals moments in which the royal family should be ashamed. In the book, it's claimed that both Charles and William have clashing approaches and opinions towards the monarchy. Book reads, their views, their outlooks are very different, and I can see that becoming an issue over the years. Wow. Tell us something else, Captain Obvious. Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't have his own opinions, William. What father and son don't clash? Let's just speculate and make it sound like it's really egregious. Prince Harry has been brainwashed. I mean, well, we knew that. Again, bombshells from Endgame. Author alleges that William claimed Harry has been brainwashed by an army of therapists. Again, we've already heard that quote. Source said that Prince Wales no longer recognizes Harry and doesn't want to know him. Again, we know this. William believes this from Scooby-Doo now. William believes Harry and Meghan blindsided the family, even the Queen, with their public complaints and their oh-so-California self-importance, an opinion that has repeatedly been voiced in various ways to friends and aides during the past 2 years. Convinced Harry's been brainwashed by an army therapist, William says he no longer even recognizes his own brother. Yes, we've already heard that, and I don't doubt that at all. I think he has been brainwashed a bit. He's completely turning his family. He knew what it was, and he wants to keep the power and the perks while not actually doing the duties. King Charles told royal staff to get rid of Prince Harry crisis meeting after he was overworked. An overworked King Charles reportedly avoided a meeting request from Harry and ordered staff to get rid of him. According to Scooby-Doo, the King and Harry barely spoke by that point. 3 weeks after his request was turned down, the Duke announced the publication of his memoir, Spare. The news reportedly left the monarch in a state of shock. Gee, not surprised at all. And all this drama, and I'm sure it got to him. They were working on the book and so much other stuff. I wonder why he's kept wanting to put you off, because my goodness, you were nothing but drama. King Charles furiously called Prince Harry that fool after the Netflix doc release. He was so furious. He called him that fool. That the book reportedly gave detailed accounts of the monarch's reaction after Harry let slip of the royal family secrets. It read, at the palace, heads were in hands and migraines were brewing. The show took the wind out of everyone's sails, and one aide, he went from not wanting anyone to talk about his son to openly criticizing that fool. Well, he was a fool. William and Kate enjoyed the South Park episode mocking Harry. Now, I totally believe this one. Princess Kate and William reportedly enjoyed the South Park's brutal satire. The book alleges that Prince and Princess of Wales found the episode hilarious. Harry and Meghan were mercilessly mocked in an episode, as we know. Duke and Duchess aren't mentioned, but we know that portion of the book I'd like to get. We'll give you more reports on a lot of this, but I definitely will be there. Now, one of the latest rumors that came out while I was away for Thanksgiving, I saw a lot of you guys reporting, starting to get to it sooner, but yes, Princess Anne was behind the Frogmore eviction. Apparently, eviction was Princess encouraged by her, according to Endgame. Princess Royal is said to have persuaded her brother, King Charles, to kick them out of the estate. Scobie claims that after the release of Spare in January 23, Charles was cautious and warned royals to ignore statements made by Harry in the book. But while many were especially worried about the Duke's claim, it was his sister who took the firmest approach and convinced him to order them to vacate. Now, this is another bombshell that I do enjoy, if true. What do you guys think? Princess Kate shudders and giggles every time she hears about Meghan. Yet another bombshell. She shudders and giggles, according to the author, who discussed Kate's meeting with Meghan in 2017. Prince would never have accepted a Hollywood actress as his wife due to their different values. He had that Kate agreed with William as she sees Meghan as her rival. Scooby-Doo wrote a quote by a close of the prince. Kate spent more time talking about Meghan than with Meghan. Who would want to be with Meghan? He also, I guess really badly written here. He also noted that the two royal women have not directly communicated, and added every time she hears about Meghan, Kate shudders and giggles. So again, you have no insight. This book is offering nothing. Just, who doesn't shudder and giggle when they hear about Meghan? King Charles was in tears, afraid of Prince Andrew's mental health. Left in tears over his brother, Prince Andrew's mental health, according to the book. And that's Scooby-Doo described how Prince William was colder in his treatment of the Duke of York as opposed to Queen Elizabeth II and King Charles. King Charles was in tears because he was afraid for Andrew's mental health. There you go. Those are the bombshells we got so far. So how can we summarize these Endgame bombshells?
Stupid!
Nothing burgers. These are nothing. Absolutely nothing. You get nothing, sir. Good day. Tell me in the comments if you know what movie that's from. But for real, like, this is stupid. This book is stupid. A bunch of like veiled, subtle stuff. And again, stirring the pot to create more drama and just more. This is Wah Part 2. The unofficial Wah Part 2, where it's so clear. It's so clear that's who wrote this book. Yeah, I do believe Scooby-Doo wrote it, but do you think Harry and Meghan read it before it came out and was printed? What do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts. Also, stay tuned because, yes, the book drops tomorrow. We'll give you more bombshells as they come. Hit the subscribe. Click on these videos as well. Stay tuned to Steph the Alternate as well as here and Popcorn Planet for all your information.